Hello students, today we are continuing with biology class 11th chapter number 3 Kingdom Plantae. This is the fourth lecture of this chapter, that is Kingdom Plantae, fourth part of the chapter. Already we have studied in our last 3 lectures about the Kingdom Plantae. We have studied that Kingdom Plantae is divided into two groups, that is cryptogams and phanerogams. Cryptogams are divided into Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. In our last 3 lectures we have studied about each division in detail, Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Today we are going to start with phanerogams, that is flower and seed bearing plants. Phanerogams means flower and seed bearing plants. This phanerogams is divided into two divisions, that is gymnosperms and angiosperms. Today we are going to study about gymnosperms. Okay, and angiosperm is deleted for this academic year from your syllabus. So we will study gymnosperms. Okay, let us start with gymnosperms. Gymnosperms, there are about 70 genera and 1,000 living species of gymnosperms in the world. Okay, how many genera are there? There are about 70 genera and 1,000 species of living species of gymnosperms in the world. In India, it is represented by 16 genera and 53 species. Let us study about the word gymnosperm in detail. What do you mean by gymno? Gymno means naked and sperma means seed. Okay, gymnosperm means naked seeds, the plants in which naked seeds are present. That means seeds are present without any covering, without any fruit. Naked means open. Okay, the plant which are having open seeds are known as gymnosperms. Example for such type of plants are cycas, ginkgo, pinus, etc. Okay, you can see here cycas plant, ginkgo plant and pinus plant. Okay, so there are various plants which are having naked seeds. The plants with naked seeds are known as gymnosperms. Let us study in detail about gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are evergreen shrubs or woody trees. That means they are evergreen. They are found every time, anytime, all the seasons they are available. Then they are shrubs or woody trees, means they are medium-sized plant. They are not very small, they are not very big like trees and not very small like herbs. They are shrubs, that means medium-sized. Okay, medium-sized plants, and they are also in the form of woody trees. Medium size, you can see here, this is a medium-sized plant, medium-sized tree. Okay, so they are not very small, not very big like trees, but they are having a medium size. Okay, in this, as I have told you, naked seeds are there. Okay, so the seeds are not covered by fruit. Naked seeds means they are not covered by fruit, and they are found to be the primitive group of flowering plants. Okay, they are the primitive, they are the first plants to produce some flowers. Okay, flowering plant, primitive flowering plant, first plant to produce flowers. Then they are having vascular system. Okay, they are having well developed vascular system, in which the vascular plants are having xylem with tracheids and phloem with sieve cells. That means all the xylem parts and all the phloem parts are not present. In xylem only tracheids are there, and in phloem only sieve cells are present. Okay, the plant body is sporophytic. Okay, sporophytic, that means it bears spores, microsporophyll, megasporophyll. Okay, and it is differentiated into root, stem, and leaf. That means true root, true stem, and true leaves are present here in the gymnosperms, and plant body is divided into those three parts. Okay, now let us study in detail about the plant body of gymnosperm. Plant body is sporophytic, as I have told you. It is differentiated into root, stem, and leaves. Let us study about the roots. Roots is taproot system. The root system in the gymnosperm is taproot system. In some roots form symbiotic association with the other life forms. That means they are present in association with the other plants. Specialized corallite roots of cycas shows association with nitrogen fixing blue-green algae, and pinus shows association with endophytic fungi called mycorrhizae. Okay, I repeat, roots are having taproot type of system. Taproot system of roots are present, and specialized corallite roots of cycas shows association with nitrogen fixing blue-green algae, and pinus shows association with endophytic fungi called mycorrhizae. Okay, stem. The gymnospermic stem is mostly erect, that means straight, aerial, that means they are above the ground, solid, and cylindrical. You can see here the cylindrical stem. Okay, so they are cylindrical. Then gymnosperms in cycas it is unbranched, while in pinus, cedrus, and conifers it is branched. That means stems in some of the plants are unbranched, and in some of the plants they are branched. Okay, some of the plants they are branched. Okay, leaves are dimorphic. That means two types of leaves are present. That is foliage leaves and scaly leaves. Okay, two types of leaves are present, foliage leaves and scaly leaves. When I say foliage leaves, they are simple, needle-like or pinnately compound, and scaly leaves are small, membranous and brown. So that's all about the root, stem and leaves. Spores are produced by microsporophyll and megasporophyll. Microsporophyll produces male gametophyte, that is male reproductive organ. Megasporophyll produces female gametophyte, that is female reproductive organ. So spores are produced, that is by microsporophyll and megasporophyll. Microsporophyll produces male spores, megasporophyll produces female spores. Is it clear? Next is alternation of generation. This shows alternative sporophytic and gametophytic generation. Sporophytic generation produces spores and gametophytic generation produces gametes. With the union of gametes, again sporophytic generation will be produced, and with the union of sporophytic generation, male spores and megaspores and female spores, there will be, that is megaspores and microspores, there will be formation of gametophytic generation. So alternate gametophytic generation and sporophytic generation will be produced in gymnosperms. Okay. Coming on to the economic importance of gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are very much used as an ornamental plant. Example, there are many plants that are used as an ornamental plants. Ornamental plant means they are used for decorative purposes. Gymnosperms are used for decoration. Okay, you might have seen at various places in marriage halls and at various parties, there are some of the plants that are used for decoration, decorative purpose. So those plants are known as ornamental plants, and gymnosperms are having the majority use of as ornamental plants. You can see here the plants. Examples for ornamental plants are cycas, Araucaria, then Podocarpus, Thuja, etc. Such plants are all used as ornamental plants. Apart from being used as an ornamental plant, gymnosperms are used in various fields at various places. For example, they are used as a source of wood, they are used to obtain paper, they are used to obtain essential oils, they are used in tannins, they are used as fibers, they are used to obtain edible products in fatty oils, resins, they are used as a medicinal uses, and last one is ornamental, as I have already discussed that they are used as an ornamental plant. They are used as a source of pine wood, turpentine oil, pine resins, etc. So they are having various uses. Okay, various uses are there. Many uses. Okay, uses of gymnosperms are there. So we have completed the division gymnosperms today. Okay, so thank you for today. We will continue the chapter in our next lecture.